What's up, Amazon sellers? Have you made your plans for April in your USA business? Well, basically for me, I'm planning to make $100,000 in sales in this 1 month. Wow. Stay tuned, because in this video, I'm going to share with you how I plan to make that $100,000 in the next 30 days. Stay tuned. Right, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson. I've been selling on Amazon now, doing online arbitrage for the last 5 years. Now in the UK, I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller. Check this out. In the USA, I'm a 6-figure Amazon seller. Check this out. And hopefully I'm going to expand into the future into another marketplace. And if you're interested in learning what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and what I'm learning, then do make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Okay, so let's talk through what we're going to go through in this video today. So first things first, number one, I'm going to go through a quick recap of my plans for March in my Amazon USA business. Number two, I'm going to go through my plans for April 2022. Number three, I'm going to talk about some personal advice on how to achieve your big goals and something that I've personally taken myself. So let's get started. So first things first, a recap of my plans for March. If you watched my videos and you've seen what's happened, my first goal for last month was to achieve a target of $80,000 in revenue. I know, it's huge. That's like on the way to $1 million. Now, part of my goal to make that 1 million in 2022 is to break it down into increasing monthly targets. Now, when January started, I made a target of 40K, and in February, we managed to make it to 60K. And in March, guess what? 80K, of course, in sales. Now, as of making this video, my Amazon USA business has already done, should we say, 77,000 in sales for the month of March so far. Wow, absolutely amazing. And a big take my hat off and a big thank you to my team in the USA for doing the hard work, achieving that. I really feel blessed to have them. Now, if you don't know, my team pretty much fixed the cash flow problems we had in the USA business by fixing pending shipments from our prep center going into Amazon. And also as well, we're now really continuously monitoring the performance of our new prep center and obviously seeing how that's going as well. So we're using both of them, but we're balancing it, but just making sure that stock is getting shipped. That's really important. Now, the final one which we've done is we've introduced, should we say, I don't think I really talked about it, because we've got the accounts fully up to date and we're really happy with that and we're on point. We were tracking a bit below. The other one as well is the performance of the team is now on point, and we've also, or should we say, updated the incentive scheme that they're running by. And I'm really happy with that, because obviously that's going to lead to increased performance. Now, the second thing I talked about was fixing damaged, unfillable, should we say, missing stocks. This was a growing problem with my Amazon business. Basically, we had about $7,000. A lot of cash, $7,000 worth of damaged, unfillable, and missing stocks. Now, while we say damaged stocks, these are products which, when you say the supplier shipped it to the warehouse, or the customer returned it, or it came back from Amazon, they were damaged. We pretty much get the refunds from the supplier side, but there's a lot of stock which has been come back and we've had problems with. Also as well, when I say missing stocks, these are products which are, the supplier shipped to the prep center or to Amazon warehouses and just have problems with, like we still have to track them, figure them out where they've gone, and obviously get them chased up or reimbursed where necessary. Now, also in regards to unfillable stocks, as you don't know what that is, that's basically products where it just had problems with Amazon. Maybe like there's been damaged in Amazon's warehouses and they said, oh, it's your fault, the distributor. Very common, really annoying, but we have to take the hit of it as the business. Now, also as well, in addition to that, we've had problems where it's been IP complaints and obviously they've made them unfillable as well. So quite a range of products there. Now, quite simply, myself and my operations manager, we look for ways to resolve this, because it's basically stock we can't use. It's £7,000 or dollars worth of stock we can't use, and it's potential losses within my Amazon business. Now, generally for damaged stocks, we refunded them. We got refunded them, should we say, from our suppliers, and also from unfillable inventory. We looked for other sellers who were willing to buy our stock or resell it for us, which was great. So as of making this video, we're now looking to reduce that numbers down. We're working with third-party companies to, should they, resell that stock on other marketplaces or other platforms outside of Amazon, but they're doing it and taking quite a hefty cut. Put it very simply, we're looking to see how much we can get back on the cost of goods. We won't be making a profit, we will be making a loss, but hopefully we can see how much we can return on that. And maybe one day I'll do a video on it and I'll see how we solve that problem as well. Okay, so today I'm talking about my plans for April in my Amazon USA business. Now, I want to know, what are your plans for April? Drop it down below. I'm interested to see what you're doing. Is it the same as me, or is it something different? What are you focusing on this month? Okay, so this leads me nicely onto my plans for April 2022. Well, look, my first plan that I'm looking to do, obviously top line revenue sales-wise, what are you looking to do? 6 figures, 100 in sales within 30 days. Now, when 2022 started, I set the goal, which is basically to make 1 million in sales over the next 12 months in my USA business. Basically, I break it down into increasing monthly targets. And now for April, my target is to make $100,000 in sales. Absolutely amazing. Now, if you're asking how I'm going to achieve this target, first things first, my team and I are going to look for ways to sell big branded goods and obviously new products that we're looking to find. We are looking for products right now which has got a high ROI, but also as well, probably a higher purchase price to drive sales in our business. Now, aside from looking at, should we say, our standard products, in regards to the high value products, we're also looking at things like PS5s, PS4s, consoles, those kind of things which are going to have higher purchase price and obviously good profitability, but also as well increased revenue because of the high side. So they're in demand right now. Now that's going to really help me achieve that $100,000 in sales, which also can help me with the 1 million. Now the one thing which I'll say is, of course, we need to make sure we've got the processes of ungating of these brands, which so that we can sell these higher value items. If we are gated, that's going to be important. So also as well, part of my plans for April is just to make sure that we're ungated in all these different areas, all these products that maybe in the past we haven't. Pretty much we've been doing the automatic ungating process. We've never done manual ungating ever, but this time we're now going to proactively look for those products we can't sell and obviously get them ungated as well. Now, the second thing we're going to look at is really solidifying, and I mean really focusing, doubling down on the process of resolving IP complaints. Now, in my Amazon business, we've received a lot of IP complaints. Basically, when we're starting, we received several IP complaints. And I'll just say on a side note, if you do get several IP complaints on your Amazon business, you might be suspended and ultimately you might lose your Amazon account. Now, in my business, right now we have got 5 IP complaints, but I know as of last week, it went up to 9. We cleared 4 down, so we've still got another 5 to go. And we just need to really define that process to reduce it down and effectively and quickly. Now, you might ask, what happened to our account? Well, quite simply, 5 was still in good health. We went to 9, it went to at risk. So it kind of gives you a bit of an idea and insight into IP complaints and revenue. 80,000 in revenue, 9 IP complaints were at risk, but we cleared a lot of them down. Now for us, I always talk about it in my previous videos, we use an attorney, we have them on file, a guy called Jeff, and I'll drop a link down below, check him out, FastTrackFBA.com/Jeff, and he handles a lot of IP complaints and gives us a lot of support. It does cost a lot, but I think at the end of the day, it's protecting your Amazon account, and that's the most important thing. So moving forward, we're really studying the records of how our attorney responds to these IP complaints and using it as a reference going forward, but also working with them to make sure we're getting them resolved. Also as well, what we are looking to do is just make sure that we build up a better picture of safe brands that we haven't got them. So while we clear down those 5, so being a bit careful while we've got a high number of IP complaints. 5 is really high. 9, super scary, but we will get it resolved. Now, the third thing which I'm looking at, obviously next month, is team performance improvement. Now, 100K in revenue is huge, 6 figures. I can't wait. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. And we've done it so quick, less than a year, but it requires my team to up their game. And, for them, it's basically improving the strategy. And how do we do that? Well, we create an environment whereby they naturally up their game and create a better strategy. And how do we do that? Well, we use incentive schemes to really support them and to show that we, pay out for top performing team members, top performing VAs. Now, this is going to encourage and motivate them to work harder and obviously support them in upping their game, obviously increasing sales. And to put it simply, right now, I have 5 VAs who run my Amazon USA business. 3 of them do the sourcing. So 100K we're looking to do with 3 sourcing VAs. That's absolutely incredible. Now, if you want to know this incentive scheme we're running is part of the MBA workbook, which is a product we have, which is about helping managing VAs and teams. I'll drop a link down below, but we have 3 different bonus schemes in there, and we're going to use the big bonus scheme, which really supports net profit growth and also individual sourcing incentives together. So it's a really good bonus scheme and it helps, but it's just a range of bonus schemes that we have available for our VA Academy clients. Okay, so today I'm talking about my Amazon USA business. Now, the one thing which I will say is, if you follow my journey, I've been selling in the UK. It's been great. We're doing 7 figures, love that. But also as well, we started 10 months ago in the USA. Now, the one thing which I did differently was, a lot of people talk about global selling, and I've even done videos on it whereby you just use your UK business and sell into US. There's a big problem with that. Number one, most of the suppliers, about 50% of them in the US, do not accept international credit cards, they do not accept international billing addresses, and you just can't buy from them. So already you're removing half of the online arbitrage suppliers from USA business. Number two, a lot of the wholesalers don't accept them either, so if you're trying to get ungated, it causes more problems. Finally, number three, this is a long-term business. Now, one of the big advantages, and if you follow my journey, rewards. The US is renowned for amazing cashback rewards programs. I like to take advantage of that. So what did I do differently from a lot of other people? Well, I created my own LLC. I created a US corporation, so I'm now registered in the US. I have a US address, US cards. I also as well now can collect the rewards and open up wholesalers. Nice and simple. They now think of me as a US entity. Obviously I can trade, and it just makes my life a lot easier. Now, if you're interested to learn how I've done it, what I've done, I put together a really simple course for a great price as well, which talks about everything that I did to set up that whole limited liability company, LLC, and everything that I learned over the 10 months of selling in Amazon, get that corporation set up. EINs, prep centers, suppliers, how to overcome cancelled orders, and I bundled it all together into a course that I put together. Now, if you're interested, have a look down below. This is a great course that I put together that's going to help you out do exactly the same as I've done, and it's a great price of just £99 or $129. So check that out down below if you're interested in maybe repeating what I'm doing as well. And the reason why I say do it this way, because you're in it for the long term. It's not a get rich quick scheme, and having more suppliers, having the rewards is really going to help you out. So check out the course, I think you'll love it. Now, this leads me nicely onto my third chapter, which is some personal thoughts on how to achieve big goals. Now, what I will say is it is very easy to set big goals like targeting big numbers in your Amazon business. However, I've seen, time and time again, a lot of Amazon sellers give up selling on Amazon after they set their big goals in the Amazon business. I've been selling on Amazon now for the last 5 years, and I've already achieved a lot of success and a lot of big goals in the Amazon game. And if you're going to ask me how I plan on achieving big goals, then here's my advice. Now, if I kind of go back to the video whereby I did the £1 million journey, what did I do? Well, I set a big goal. We talked about 1 million in 18 months. Absolutely challenging goal. Scared the hell out of me. Right then, I was doing about £30,000 a month, which is only like £400,000 per year. So I had to more than double my revenue. Now, what did I do? Well, I broke that goal down over time, and I thought about what are the steps I need to do. So a lot of the work we did was about building teams, measuring spend, driving improvements in our cash flow ability. And as I went through that planning stage, I really just thought about all the little things which I could do which are going to help me out to achieve the big goal. Now, I'd really recommend this for you. Break it down, share that with people, get out there, share what you're doing, and get feedback because it's going to improve it. Now, the interesting thing for me was when I wrote that goal out, 1 million in 18 months, scared the hell out of me. I thought I couldn't do it. But you know what happened? We did it in 12, and then immediately after that, in the following 3 months, we did another 1 million. After the 18-month period, we did 2.2 million last year in the 12 months of 2021. Absolutely incredible. But I think it just shows you the power of setting clear goals, having a plan, sharing it, and obviously executing. That's the most important thing. So do it, I think you'll love it. Now, what I will say is selling in the USA marketplace has been a challenge. And if you want to know how you can make that challenge easier and also as well know what my top 100 supplier stores are for the USA, then what I'll do is I'll drop a video around here of my top 100 USA suppliers, which we built from our own, those 10 months of selling and the last 300,000 in revenue. And check that out. I think it's going to really help you save time when looking for products. Now, hopefully you've liked this video. If you have, give me a big thumbs up. And hey, if you want to see more, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. But for myself, Thomas Parkinson and FastTrackFBA, thank you very much.